Hello and welcome to another MERS at Karlov Manor draft video. Uh, as you can see, you know, we've reached the mythical rank here. I've been performing very well this format, so I'm very scared that the regression will will cometh here. We're gonna come back down to earth maybe a little bit today, but hopefully not. Hopefully we can continue to be extremely successful. I'm all qualified for the qualifier next weekend. You got to qualify for your qualifiers. That's what I always say. Um, ooh, not in love with this start, honestly. I'm gonna take Galvanize. This pack is pretty weak. I think the second best card in this pack is Red Herring, to be honest with you. And then after that, it's like Fanatical Strength, which I don't really want to be taking early, just because people will undervalue it. There is sort of some diminishing returns there. We'll just take the Galvanize and move on with our lives here. Not too much else to talk about or think about. Honestly, look at this fancy qualifier tokens. Fancy. I actually should, do something about that with that sealed pool. Oh, Quintorius Pog. No, it's actually not very Pog. So this is interesting. I think I'm gonna take Nervous Gardener. Coveted Falcon is like the most mediocre card ever. Like, I just don't think I care about Coveted Falcon. Yeah, I just don't think it's like very good at all. Projector Inspector is decent, Resume Knowledge is decent, but Nervous Gardener is good. And it allows me to go in like a more multicolored direction, which Galvanize also allows me to do. And I'm like pretty happy to do in this format so far. Alright, we'll take Novice Inspector now, because that card's just a house. Not anything else I really want here. And then there's oh wow. So there's a Gleaming Gear Drake, which is really good, and is like, works with Galvanize, and like blue-red's a good color pair. There's Case of the Shattered Pact, which if I want to try to do, multicolored stuff, this card is pretty good. The Gear Drake is really good, though. I kind of want to just take the Gear Drake. Gear Drake is super solid. I have been fond of blue red. Let's take the Gear Drake. Gear Drake's a good card, and it's unclear whether I'd be able to cast the other thing. Wow, I'm just all over the place with this start, because now I want to take like Meddling Youths, I think is what I want to take. Sample Collector's fine. Auspicious Arrival's fine. This card's fine. This card's like whatever. This guy's okay. These two green cards are like okay. I'm not super thrilled about either of them. But we'll take Meddling Youths. I like Meddling Youths quite a bit. It's a good card. Okay, double, it doesn't add up. It's really not adding up over here. So Repulsive Mutation's good. Are we just taking all the cards of all the colors? This card's really good. I think I'm gonna take this guy. Kylox is obviously not interesting. I think this is too expensive. I'll take the Inspector. Continue to just get more and more confused about which colors I'm playing. Alright, this pack is not particularly encouraging. I don't really want any of this. I guess I'll take Cease and Desist. Cryptics. Maybe I want Cryptics. I don't really want any of these cards, so as a result of that, I think I'll just take the Cryptics, because it's like, it's at the very worst, it's gems. Cease and Desist is like kind of okay, but I don't think I'm really like in the place that I want it. And this, like, you technically in like a super heavy like self-mill something deck, you could make that work maybe. I have already in this format had a very successful Jeskai deck, and this certainly could head in that direction if I get enough fixing. We'll see how things pan out. Gear Drake looking good though. Definitely a draft where we're kind of in limbo to start. Not a super clear direction. Just kind of got a lot of cards that are good. So here I'm going to take Deduce because I think it's better than Demand Answers. And is pretty good in blue decks. Demand Answers is pretty replaceable. Deduce also fixing. It's fixing, kind of. And it works well with Gear Drake. I'm not sure how I feel about this Gardener at this point. It's looking like green, you know, may not be the place we want to be. Pick 3 Novice Inspector though. Not necessarily like a super strong signal or anything. It is, you know, a common at the end of the day, and there certainly is a possibility of having packs that are powerful enough for that to be reasonable in this format. Alright, how bad is Candlestick's performance? Atrocious, okay. So we're between Crocodile and Hotshot Investigators. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Crocodile, I guess. I don't know. I don't think either of those is really what this deck is gonna want. But the Crocodile at least could technically make, like, clues. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play either of those. Maybe I was just supposed to take the best card, which is Fanatical Strength. Might be possible. I could believe it. I haven't seen a lot of red cards. Only red card, like, red card is Galvanized that I've actually been able to draft. So, not boding particularly well in pack 1. It's also unfortunate I don't have any, like, colorless fixing right now. I only have Gardener, which would require me to be green. Technically, Cryptics is that. If it were, like, Collect Evidence 2, man, that would be a lot better. Ooh, kind of a, like, Rorschach moment between whether I want to take Projector Inspector or Museum Night Watch. Because Museum Night Watch is, like, a better card and a color that's really good. Projector Inspector, though, works better with the start that I have, I think. In that I, like, kind of want to be blue-red. We're going to continue to hedge a little bit here. Going to keep hedging, keep sitting on the fence. Like, if I open something that's, like, busted, like some Busto white rare or something, like, I'm going to just try to play white. But if I don't... Like, if this card is better than Novice Inspector, I guess concern is, do we have enough support? And obviously it is a little early, right? Look, all the drafts can't be easy. I did not record, but my last deck was a double Nib Mizzet deck that went 7-0, so that was an unfortunate miss for me on the recording standpoint. Alright, well, I'm going to take this Elegant Parlor for, like, almost 100% certain. I can't... Yeah, there's nothing else in this pack. Honestly, I kind of hope this wheels, because it would be, like, a kind of okay here. Cult Case Cracker is, like, the second best card here, but we're just going to take the Fixing Land and try to play full Jeskai, I think. Potentially. Definitely on the realm of possibility. If I could just get, like, 2 escape tunnels, I'm going to have great mana. And I'm going to be pretty happy. Ooh, wow. Alright, well. So if Case of the Filched Falcon would actually, I think... So I have Gear Drake, Deduce. That's actually not that much. I'm going to take 10th District Hero. 10th District Hero is a really good card. And like, just... Actually, is it? Wow, it's actually not performing nearly as well as I, like, thought that it would be. That's surprising. That actually makes me want to take Case of the Filched Falcon. The way this thing's stats look. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's try it then. Let's try the actual builder. Oh no, my mouse died. Okay, well, I wouldn't have thought that, but actually, I mean, try it out. Now there's Dog Walker. Dog Walker, always a good card. Let's take Eliminate the Impossible. No, I think I just want to try... This topic. I also Deduce. Maybe I'll just take Eliminate the Impossible because, like, we're trying to do the blue-red artifact-y thing, I think. I think I'm, like, semi-committed to trying to do that at this point. I don't think we're going to play the Nervous Gardener. I think we're too far off. I'm down to splash Novice Inspector. Like, I'm not above that. The card is just a house. And really good in, like, an artifact-centric deck, which this is shaping up to be at the moment. We will take Case of the Burning Masks, but I'm not super happy about it. it's like this versus like Cold Case Cracker. I do need some more interaction. The issue I have with this is the double pip in the deck that potentially might be 3 colors. I like this, which is just kind of fine. How much interaction do I have? I have like no. Let's take the case. That I don't know. That might be wrong. That might be dumb. I don't think I'm playing this at this point. Yeah, red not seeming super open at this table, but that's okay. We can figure out. We can navigate. Navigated tumultuous waters before. Alright, well, there's a lot of stuff I kind of want here. So, Inside Source, obviously a very good card. Private Eye, I have 6 detectives already. Surveillance Monitor is good. I think I'm just going to take the Surveillance Monitor because it makes an artifact, and it's blue. Just blue. Private Eye would be good here, though. I'm going to take the Surveillance Monitor. May come to regret that decision. See, earlier in the format I would be like snapping off the Faithlight, but that card has performed atrociously bad. On the job, this deck is not that wide though, so I guess we'll take the Faithlight anyways. Maybe I'll try a Candlestick out actually. I don't know. It is an artifact. We are doing that ostensibly. Is this the Gearban Orangutan deck? I think we're trying to be the Gearban Orangutan deck. I already have 2 of these guys. There's a Bubble Smoke. Let's try to monkey it up. Try to get monkey in some people. I'll take the case here in case I need it. I might need it. I don't think I really want to need the bubble smuggler. Not so excited. Like I don't need to splash white at the moment, but definitely could happen. Technically, I'm only one. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna solve this case in this deck though, which is a little concerning. Could use that. So there should be a blue card wheeling for like. I passed like 4 blue cards, so one of them should wheel. Hopefully it's Deduce. I think Deduce has like a somewhat reasonable chance of wheeling. We'll try this out. How many detectives we got? 7? Yeah, that's like a firm maybe. Auspicious arrival, unauthorized exit. So this makes an artifact. Exit is okay. I'll just take the exit. I don't know how much weight I'm gonna be playing. Oh, Dogwalker wheeled? I mean, I suppose that's allowed. I mean, I don't think it's like super great in this deck, but it's gonna be hard to get me to cut it. So none of those blue cards wheeled, which is very concerning. Okay, well, I guess we'll take this guy. Oh man. Can one of these pieces of fixing wheel? That never happens, huh? I mean, I have to take the big dragon. Actually, how is the dragon performing? Yeah, pretty good, but not like world beater status, but pretty good. Like, not gonna complain about opening the dragon, and then obviously just gonna follow it up with shock. Deduce pretty good, whatever, but nothing else competing with shock here. And then now, I'm just gonna take Cold Case Cracker. I think I could take Scene of the Crime, which is an artifact like land. I think it might come back though. Cold Case Cracker like fills a decent role in this deck where it's like at a good spot in the curve. Alright, so this is now we've reached worst case scenario for this deck. How do I feel about worst case scenario version of this deck? Not great. I have this dragon, an offender, I have the case and whatever. I'm probably gonna cut the white cards that aren't named like Dogwalker and Metal East. I may play this. I don't think I'm gonna play this thing. It would work well if I could get it to work. It would work well if I get it to work. I'm definitely gonna take Galvanize over a case here. I think Galvanize is the better card, especially in this deck. It's another Deduce I'm passing and not being super happy about. Alright, so what gets cut for that? I think the case is the first thing to go. This elf, this crocodile is gonna be like my 23rd card and I'm gonna be sad. But yeah, that's the way of the world. I think this offender large is kind of okay here. Fairy Snoop, Villainous Rage, Sudden Setback. I don't like Sudden Setback that much in this set. Knife I don't think is really an option. I'm gonna take the Rage. I don't think Fairy Snoop's great in this deck. I think it's a little too slow. I'll take Chases on though. Reasonable Doubt, not amazing either. So here's kind of a fork in the road moment. Am I gonna play this Novice Inspector, or am I playing my white cards or not? And I think the answer is probably no, and I'll just take this guy. It makes me a little bit sad. It hurts my heart, but probably put the case in the side road. I will play this land. I guess the question is, am I playing this Meddling Youths? Play Dogwalker. I want to play Meddling Youths. Do I have any other ways to fix? Oh man, this card's so bad for me too. At least it can attack in this deck. At least it can do something. We do have this card's kind of bad. Oh man, all my cards are bad. every card that I've drafted is bad. How did this happen? Who let me draft these cards? I actually think I want Sanitation Automaton over Dogwalker. Just kind of psychotic. But also I need a 2-mana play, and this is an artifact. Maybe. That might be better than something. If that Escape Tunnel wheels, I'll play this Meddling Youths. It didn't wheel, did it? I think our time has already passed on the Tunnel of Escape. Which makes me very sad. Yeah. Another Chase is on though. It could be okay. Deck really does need cheap creatures, so I guess this Jaded Analyst is maybe going to be in here. I'm going to cry about it. That's a great pickup, I love that. I'm going to cut this, I don't think I want it. Candlestick. Candlestick. I think we're going to cut Meddling Youths. I don't think we're A, making a wide enough board, and B, having the mana to cast it. I don't think I want this Plains. So what else would I cut? I kind of want to just cut Jaded Analyst. Is that too much? Is that a bridge too far? Makes me kind of sad. It's just horrible, though. It's kind of just terrible. Candlestick. We can try out the Candlestick. I don't think it's going to be good here, but we can at least try it out. And yeah, let's get into the games. Hold on. One moment. Which land do I need more of? I need basically an even split. Okay. But I do have triple pip red and double pip red. Yeah, so let's do it like this. And we're going to get into our games now. We'll see you when that happens. Alright. We're getting into the first one here. Gonna keep this for sure. Wow, what the perfect opener. Kind of. Although the issue is that I have one creature spell. But that's, you know what, I can't complain too much. I really just can't. I have my Surveil land on one. I am on the draw, so there's that. I'm gonna keep a land on top, actually. Maybe Mountain specifically should have not been kept on top, but play the Gear Drake. If they kill it, it's still fine. I guess the question is, what do I do on 3? Do I let them just disguise away? No, I guess I don't have to make a choice. Well, that's nice. So we're gonna attack first. See what happens. And then we're gonna play this guy. And he's gonna maybe die, but that's okay. Oh, we found a orangutan. Oh, I can actually use... Wow, that's actually kind of sick. If they play a 2-2... my opponent does something actively bad. Alright, opponent, what is going on over there? What's happening? What you doing? I think I'm just gonna attack. Presumably one of my things is dying. Nope, apparently not. I guess I'll play the gear band. Do I even really want to do that? I'm just gonna deduce. I could even galvanize. Like, if they play like a big threat or something, I could even like galvanize. They're gonna outrageous robber me, or outrage that. I've been robbed outrageously. I can't see these right now. I cannot see them. They've paid 4 mana to draw 2 cards. That was in their deck. Oh man, the orangutan plus shock play would actually have worked out pretty well. Now let's do this. Investigate, and then we're gonna crack one of these clues. And I'm probably just gonna... Oh, that's insanely good. Hold on, I have to think about this. But the conclusion I've come to is I want to do this first. Then I want to play Case of the Filched. I want to play Candlestick and equip it to the flyer. Attack, Surveil 2. This can go in, this can stay on the top. And we're going to solve the case here, which is really nice, because now I can make another flyer. My opponent did kind of just do nothing for the whole game. Let's see if they find something in my deck. If they found like my large dragon, I guess... Oh, no, they played my island. So they found island and who knows what else. Maybe I should have equipped the candlestick to the inspector. Probably gonna be able to... Can they collect evidence? They cannot, actually. That's pretty bad for them. So I have lethal, I guess, if I use my only removal spell. Kinda makes me depressed if I do that. I guess this is why I should have... Well, yeah, this is why I should have done it the other way. So now they just... Are you a detective? You're not. Maybe I just attack with the Gear Drake and Surveil 2 and see what's up. Or I could make another flyer. I think I'm gonna make another flyer. Let's make another flyer. It becomes a 4/4. I'm just gonna do this. And then pass even. This can go in the graveyard. I actually want both of these in the yard, I think. Let's see what they got here. They do have answers for my 4/4 flyer. I'll sacrifice it to draw a card. That was actually still okay for me. I'm glad. I actually feel like I'm pretty happy about the way that that went. Play Mountain. I'm not thrilled, obviously, but okay, I just off it. Makes enough sense to me. Alright, we will continue our little journey here. Deck drew about as well as it can in game 1. Alright, that was a fast. I was not prepared with the amount of queue times that happened. Oh, we officially have a dragon in our hand, ladies and gentlemen. This deck is going to solve Case of the Filched Falcon like every time I draw it, is what I've... Is it? Okay, I should actually... Next time I draw the card, I need to know if it says Falcon or Falchion. Okay, that makes me extremely depressed, but it's fine. I don't really care about that. I may end up killing it, but I don't care about it. Okay? It's not about whether I'm going to kill it, it's whether or not I care about it. I do kind of care about that thing. I'm probably just going to kill that thing. Yeah. So they can actually attack me for 3 this turn, which is pretty sad, but... I'm just going to kill this. I do have the incinerator, so I kind of like... don't, like, I have conflicting incentives. I'm just gonna play this one. Maybe it's not amazing. I could have just played the Gear Drake. The problem is this is equip 2. This is equip 1, I would be very happy. Do I want to block this Jaded Analyst? Not really. Not particularly interested in blocking it. Do they have more stuff? Oh, that's very bad for me, it turns out. Though, this is actually a decent draw. If it's a land, I kind of have to keep it on top. Deduce I like quite a bit as well, so I'll keep that on top. Cold Case Cracker's gonna get in. The unfortunate news is... Oh, this is actually kind of a nightmare, isn't it? I mean, if they kill the 2-1, is it even like that? It's not that bad for me. It kind of is that bad for me. Can't really attack. Let's deduce. Okay, actually punished. Actual punishment for the way that I tapped. I guess I want to have this be... I can't just be taking 1,000,000 damage. I'm going to put this on the Cold Case Cracker. And go no attacks and be a little bit sad about it. Surely they don't have removal. Doesn't seem like my opponent. Please no, please no. Okay, that might be fine. Yep, we take this. We take this every time. And by, like, take it, I mean I'm legally obligated to take it, because if I didn't take it, I would die. Alright, so I have to kill their Vengeful Tracker. Then I can draw a card. Oh no, do they have Pump Spell? Well, that's pretty bad. I guess we're equipping and then being extremely depressed when the Gleaming Gear Drake dies. They probably have a combat trick here too. Yes, they do. I'm still, I think, technically alive, but not happy about it. Yeah, I'm pretty dead, but... It'd be funny if they had another protection spell somehow. Alright. Surely we'll find something to do here. I mean, they can just hit me for 6, and then I'm just dead here. I guess I go to 1, but even that's not going to be enough. I think I could have played this game to where I would have been in a better spot if I had been more... Like, if I had just blocked the Jaded Analyst or something, wow, that Vengeful Tracker is insanely good against me. Opponent's pre-boarded against my deck. That does happen sometimes. Sometimes they're pre-boarded. Can't really do anything about that. Alright, will I get immediately queued or not? Because I forgot how long these queues take in Mythic. It's been a while. I had forgotten what it felt like to have to wait 1,000,000 years to actually play the game. Yeah, this hand is okay. I mean, I'm not, like, running to be thrilled about it, but this actually was drawn pretty well now. The Gear Drake can play, and then I can go Inspector on 3 to try to find my 4th land drop. That's extremely rude. Ooh, or I could do that. That's actually really good. I think I'm just gonna do that, maybe. And then it sacrifices for the... Yeah, let's do that. Then I get this to be 2/2 as well. That's kind of a sicko curve out. I mean, we'll see if they have an answer for the orangutan, it's pretty bad, but... If they don't... We're going to be cooking here. This also makes the Market Watch Phantom basically irrelevant, because it can't attack me. They do have a removal spell for the orangutan, which is bad. But they had to use their whole turn on it. I think we just do this. Discard Offender at Large, I think. Or do I discard Dogwalker? I'm going to discard Dogwalker because I can't actually cast it. I'm going to attack with the Gear Drake again. I know like it kind of looks like maybe I'm the defender here, and maybe I should play that way. Are they just going to remove my flare? They're just going to remove the Inspector. Interesting. Alright. Just keep playing threats. My opponent's maybe going to keep playing answers. We'll see. As long as my threats keep doing stuff. I mean, the cold case, I mean, just having flying here is really nice. 2 flyers. And I'm even, like, kind of okay blocking. I'm not thrilled about it, but I probably won't. Well, I guess the issue is, if I'm not blocking now, when am I blocking? That becomes an issue pretty quickly. So they're probably trying to find, let's see what they discard, I guess. Yeah, they were trying to find a land drop, it looks like. They did find it. So they had something better than Market Watch Phantom to do this turn. Yeah. I guess I'll just play this Offender at Large face down. I'm not super thrilled about it, but they don't have anything better. Why did they discard a thing they could cast? I guess we'll find out. It's very concerning they discarded something they could cast, and also as a detective to loot more. I think that was like almost certainly just a misplay. I guess their hand has to be like really good. Auto left up 2 blue. I would have blocked the 3/2 for the record. Just for the record. We're jamming. See what they have. Something that turns face up. They have Granite Witness, maybe? They want to make this block, that's fine. Like, pretty thrilled. Oh, I see, I see. Well, now I get it. Am I down to just replay Cold Case Cracker? Let them do this. I could let this trade happen. And just replay the Cracker here. Or did they discard the discarded Hedge Maze? Alternatively, I could Deduce plus Eliminate the Impossible, or Galvanize plus Eliminate the Impossible. I think I'm just gonna let this trade happen and replay. Or actually, no, I want to play Surveillance Monitor now. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Because that way, now I have. Yeah, that way I'm making 2 bodies. Like, I can block the Projector Inspector much better. I still can't block the Market Watch Phantom super well, but that's okay. Still the aggressor here, I think. They're gonna hit me for 2 again, likely. But I'm at 14. I feel okay about it. So they could have Granite Witness. I'm just gonna attack all again. See what they do. We'll see what the opponent does. If they want to trade Projector Inspector for Surveillance Monitor straight up, I'm actually gonna just let that happen and play Cold Case Cracker, I think. I can't imagine that's what's gonna happen here, but if that is what's gonna happen, that's what's gonna happen. Hate that. Do kind of hate that. So this is now just a real problem for me because so I can either eliminate the impossible, keep my Surveillance Monitor, or trade it off, play the Cold Case Cracker. The problem is if I eliminate the impossible, what else am I doing this turn? And the answer is like nothing. So I think I'm just gonna let that go. Be kind of sad about it. And if they have like some enormous thing, I'm just gonna die. But it would kind of make sense for them to have some enormous thing. Yeah, that's kind of. Did they bounce the Cold Case Crackers? That's pretty. Yeah. Well, I'm at 8. this spot for me. I'm in a pretty bad spot now. I kind of can't really win anymore. I guess I can play. There's not. I guess I just have to play this and then just chump. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But it's all I can do, so we're gonna do it. Play these two cards and just hope I can not die for like one turn. But if they have like any removal, if they have another Hotshot Investigators, I just die. This Cold Case Cracker's been a nightmare. This face down card could be anything. It could just end the game. It can't currently be a 6/7. Yeah, I mean if they just have anything, I'm kind of dead. Man, could I have won this game? I must have been able to win this game. There must have been some way I could have played better, differently. Another Exit Specialist. Okay. That's pretty much just game over, I think. I'll go to 2, but I don't know how I can survive. I guess I can eliminate the impossible. That keeps me alive, technically. Yeah, I guess we go Cold Case Cracker, eliminate the impossible. It's not good. It's very bad, in fact. I've replayed this card like 8 times. They've had Exit Specialist, Exit Specialist. Obviously, this is the only way that I can win. So, because if I don't block this, like, and no matter what the face down card is, I lose. This is like if the face down card is small, I can still win, but. Okay. Well, I'm alive. I took no damage that turn, but they did find something to do, so. I think I want to deduce. And this Gearbane Orangutan, it's like just not doing anything this game is been a disaster. So I've drawn 2 cards this turn, so I can kill the Hotshot Investigators. Alright. I am alive. Hits a non-land permanence. So they can do this, but it's not going to work. Yeah. Does this do what I want? Doesn't do what I want. Alright, so this has to get bounced. If they have like a protection spell, they get me. If they have anything, they get me. Shock. Yeah, I like Shock here. Shock seems like it's going to probably solve some of my issues. Only some of them, but it's better than solving none of them. Better than what the alternative is. I think that I want to... Do I want to attack? I mean, I have technically a 2-turn clock. I could see what's in, like, the box here. Let's draw another card. Okay, I guess I'll be crying myself to sleep on that one. Shock the 2/2. They have a thing. That's bad. So they do have something. Equip this to you. They didn't have a pump spell? I guess maybe they did. They just didn't use it. They have a removal spell. It's like kind of terrible. So they have a. Can I ever beat a pump spell? I guess is my question. They would have attacked with the 1/4 last turn if they had it, right? just wouldn't make sense for them not to. Got something with like flash. I think I have to attack. Maybe I can't afford to attack? I go to 1. God, this is such a nightmare. They have something they can cast. I don't think I'm ever beating a pump spell. I've decided I'm attacking. If they have me, they have me. Alright, opponent. Do you have 1 damage? Do they have 1 damage, Bob? 1 damage on the board? Yep, they had 1 damage. Dang. Unfortunate. So they did have a pump spell. I don't know. Can I really afford to play around pump spell though? Maybe I could. Maybe I had to. Maybe I had to just say, hey, whatever. But why? So they had that last turn. Why didn't they attack? Like, why didn't they attack with the? It just didn't make. That just didn't make sense. Like, I don't know. I didn't play around it because it didn't make sense for them to. I guess like just attacking for lethal with the 2/2 was fine. I think they probably needed to. They didn't need to. Obviously, they still won. Didn't matter. I could have not attacked. There's no denying I could. Well, I mean, we saw the next 2 cards in my deck were 2 lands, which is results oriented. But you know, like there was some merit to getting those in the graveyard. We just needed like 1 turn that game to like stabilize, but we just never got a turn. Opponent just kind of had everything. They just had basically all the tempo blue bounce guys, and like I just needed them to not have one of those guys, and we would have been totally fine. But alas, no. Alas, that is not the case. So on the play, I mean, I guess there's theoretically something I could want to shock. I don't know. I have the curve again. Last time it got answered, but this time, surely this time the curve will bring us home, you know? Okay, actually, we're going to do something a little bit different now because because we drew this, I now have changed my plans. So I'm going to solve this and then shock the Tunnel Tipster because Tunnel Tipster cannot be allowed to exist, unfortunately. I can solve the case on turn 3, which is pretty good. I got all these, oh, they're just over it. Can't beat a 4/4 flyer. Sometimes you can't beat a 4/4 flyer. I mean, that also I also may have left them stuck on 2 lands with the tipster. Totally reasonable for that to happen. I have drawn Gear Drake literally every single game, so I'm not complaining about that. Because to complain about that would be uncouth of me. That would be very rude, you know. You don't want to be seen as the guy who complains about drawing your premium 2-drops. But oh, I didn't even pause for the last queue time, so I'm just gonna not pause again. I've been trying to like pause the recording and like not have the queue times in here because it makes the video a little bit shorter, and there's not a whole lot of relevant stuff I need to be talking about during that time. I can just talk. And I will keep this. I'm not thrilled about it, but you know, it will probably get the job done. You can galvanize their 2-drop and then Protector Inspector on 3 or Dogwalker, but probably Inspector. Interesting. I want this red mana in play. I mean, they're going to be going wide, but I can't do anything with the other 2 mana, so I guess we'll do this. I will draw, discard Chases on, I think. Chases on unlikely to be very good against somebody playing Connecting the Dots in their deck. So obviously if they play a morph, I'm just going to attack into the morph. And if they don't... I'm going to play this first. Because I want to get the loot out of the deal. Do I care that much about the loot? I don't think I care that much about the loot, to be honest with you. Well, I'm going to get it anyway. Assuming they don't counter my spell. We are going to do this, yes. So they're just going to kill that. Yeah, that's pretty not great for them. Discard a land. I kind of want my lands, but I'll discard this one anyway. I kind of want my lands. Proceeds to discard land. Rude. Extremely rude. Opponent. This can go. Then we're going to play Sanitation Automaton. And I can't really complain about Deduce, so... How are they at 20? Oh, Lightning Helix. I was like, wait a minute, I thought I was attacking them. Lightning Helix. That's the power of the Lightning Helix. I have regrets about not discarding my Dogwalker. Oh, another Lightning Helix. Why are they playing Connected the Dots in their deck? Me trying to figure out what my opponent's doing by playing Connected the Dots in their, like, all-removal deck, but... You know, I guess, you know, that is the way of the world these days. You just gotta be... I mean, honestly, it's gonna work out for them, because they're gonna draw a card, eventually, off of it, and, like, they're gonna play something insane. That is, I guess, a 4/4. I'll galvanize that. It's annoying enough that I don't want to have to deal with it. Eventually the Connecting the Dots will have cycled for 2 mana. But not now. I think I want to just Inspector here, but we're going to attack first. Another Lightning Helix? Lightning Helix number 3? Such a thing possible? And we'll do this. Yeah, keep the red up. Okay, that's fine. Didn't want to discard their last card, so that means it's not a land, otherwise they would just definitely do it. I mean, I guess if they give up, they're only getting 1 card. Which, again, is not a good deal, so... that makes sense. I'm just gonna shock that. I don't think I'm really getting a better shock target, and I have the mana up, so mana's at a bit of a premium for me. Get in there, 1/1. Alright, so now I can flip the Dogwalker, or I can draw a card. I think I'm just gonna flip the Dogwalker, I don't know. Depends on what they do. I'm gonna flip the Dogwalker because they have done nothing to impact the board. We'll play Candlestick. Up for 2 on the flyer, I guess. Out cold. Makes sense. I need a land on top, so... Why are they drawing? I don't understand. I like both of these, yeah. Let's draw a card. And play a land. I'm about to connect some dots over there. I'm not gonna do anything before attacks. I technically have lethal, but I just don't believe that that's like actually gonna happen. Lost in the maze. Yeah. I played an incinerator of the guilty. This is why you wait till post-combat to do this, by the way. That is a prime example. That is like the best example I can give you of like why when your opponent passes with a bunch of mana up, you just go to combat. That's why you got to do that. And we've learned our lesson today as to why that's done. Fast queue times today. Fast queue times. We're keeping it rolling. We're keeping it rolling. We're going. Nope. Gross. This hand sucks. Do you ever just put this back because it is not great? It's like kind of removal. It does draw a card. This thing can filter away like extra lands though. This thing kind of sucks. I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna, like, if I have too many lands, I don't think that's a problem that's gonna come up with this hand too much. Do I have to, if they play a tunnel tipster, do I have to kill the tipster? I have to kill that, that's for sure. Definitely gotta kill that one. Yeah, that one probably a little bit too good to ignore, I would think. I think this orangutan is probably gonna get pitched. Look at me getting punished for playing my lands in the wrong order. Alright, well. -1 surveil, I guess. You have got it, brother man. You are gonna get to hit me. Nervous Gardener. Sure. So, I mean, this is gonna be, like, pretty big. I guess they get to just play something. If they have, like, a... Ow. I can just blow that up. I can kill the Tessa and... Oh, yeah. So we're gonna do is orangutan the clue and kill Tessa. Seems good enough to me. Destroy up to one target artifact. I am such an idiot. I am an idiot. I did not realize that that's how that worked. I forgot that that's the way. So now they just have +1/+1 here. Oh boy, we were in this game and now I have made it a lot harder on myself for no reason, but yeah, that's actually a disaster. I thought that they had to sacrifice. It's not templated that way. The more you know. The more you know. I am very, very down on, like, cards here. This doesn't even do anything. They kill my orangutan. It's actually kind of fine. Alright, what's worse? Them blocking or them not blocking? I guess I could play this face down. And deduce. To try to find something. I think I don't want to do that. I think I want to just play a 5/4 and, like, force them to trade this off, potentially. If they don't block, it's probably, like, really bad for me. Yeah, like, I'm probably happier with that than playing Deduce this turn. Man, I would, like, actually be in an okay spot if I had just killed the Tessa before. Because now this 1/1 flyer is gonna just be a nightmare for me. It just makes me have to win the game by... Like, it means I have to be more ahead than I would have had to have been ahead before. Yep. Well, I guess I can attack. Maybe. Right, let's deduce. That's pretty good. If they block all, It's fine. That's actually like the best case scenario for me. They can go get another land if I bounce the Nervous Gardener. I think I'm just gonna bounce the morph. I don't want them to be able to go get another land. Vengeful Creeper. Vengeful Creeper, no creeping. Creeper, no creeping. Creeper, no creeping. So now I get to know what that is. That seems like a bug. Why do I get to know what that card is? I don't think that's correct. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Well, oh, okay, well that's a solution to my problem. We found a solution to the problem. They don't just have to not have removal, and it's fine. All I have to do is survive. You got it, boss. I will not be blocking. It gives them additional outs for me to block. Okay, that's fine. Time to die because I'm definitely gonna attack both. I'm just gonna chump. I'm gonna collect evidence for 5, actually. No, actually, yes, so I'm gonna... So I can collect for 6. I'll collect for 6. This way they can't protect their guy with any pump spells or tricks or whatnot. Submit 6. Let's surveil. Let us surveil one, my brothers, on this day. I'll keep this, yeah. I'll keep a Galvanize on top. What do you have for me, opponent? They made a 2-2 is what they have for me. I mean, I guess that's not bad for them. They do get 2 more looks at removal for my dragon now. Has to be a pretty specific removal spell, though. Like, it has to be... Yeah, I don't know what it would have to be. It's kind of unclear. Sidious Roots. Yeah, they can tap to add 1 mana of any color now. Which means they can now draw a card. I am going to draw here, despite the fact that it turns off my ability to activate the Galvanize. So we attack with just the Incinerator. How much do I have? I'm just going to do 2 this time. That's for 2. Opponent's board has been wrathed again. I now have Shock to go to the face, which is nice. Even if they find removal for the Incinerator, they're still going to be pretty far behind. But if they find, like, there's some things they can find. Oh wow, another Choco. They're really doing it over there. I have a lot of respect for what my opponent's got going on. My tokens. You were dead anyway, but unfortunately I had to rub it in just a little bit because I wanted to attack this incinerator thing, huh? This card's pretty good when it resolves and doesn't die. It's pretty good. Hey, my 6-mana 6/6 flyer is pretty good when it doesn't get killed. Yeah, that is how they work. That is typically how those cards work. And yeah, still pretty happy with how things are going. No complaints from me. Blue-red. I mean, this one of the things I've been really liking this format a lot, and one of the reasons for that is that there's a lot of different decks you can draft, and all of them feel very different and want different things. Like this deck is like just blue-red. It's artifacts. You know, it's got these uncommon sort of build-aroundy cards like Case of the Filched Falcon, the Gear Drake, the Orangutan. I think is actually okay in this deck. I don't think it's great in every deck. I don't even think it's like good in every deck, but I think it's okay in this deck. I got caught up in the hype of that card, just like everybody else. I have to mulligan. I have to mulligan. I have to keep. Well, I have this Sicko start. What if I just put this case back because I can't cast it? Seems good to me. I am on the draw, though. Look at me getting rewarded for putting back my removal spell by drawing another removal spell. I was like, please don't have a counter spell. But they didn't have a counter. And they didn't. Alright, so just gotta have my opponent go morph here. That is annoying, but it is not going to be annoying enough to stop me from just playing the orangutan. Orangutan. Partially because it's red. Sacrifice an artifact, this one. Gear Drake gets to attack now. I have a 4/4. It is very, very likely they're going to be able to find removal for this orangutan, though. Which does concern me, but especially with the swamp. But it might at least, like, throw off their plans. That could go to the bottom. They did find removal for it. Makes me a bit sad. But it took their, like, turn 4 off, and then... You know what I mean? I'll just play this thing. And be semi-happy about it. I'll be, like, not thrilled, but not... I guess I'll just... no, I'm not blocking the 3/2. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous, my hand has 2 removal spells in it. We're not blocking a 3/2 with my flyer. Trying to get tasted again somehow. Oh, does that mean they get the... Oh, man, does that mean they get the clue? I think it does. Well, that's a disaster. Kinda wish I blocked now. God, that's just a nightmare. I suppose I can just not kill it and galvanize the 3/2. I'm probably going to have to draw a card here and just kind of give up on the case. I don't think I can really afford to not. Well, like, god damn, dude. Course to kill into course to kill. Yeah, that's not good for me. I am, like, super dead to that. Surely we can find that exactly. Well, I guess I'm going to kill my own 2/2. And then pass. I guess I'm going to kill my own 2/2. Yeah, that is pretty bad for me. I mean, what are the odds they have another removal spell, though? I'm getting word that the odds are insanely high. I have some time, but it's not a lot of time. Alright. Dragon, you need to save me. I'm literally all in on you saving me. So if you don't save me, it's all your fault, and totally not anyone else's fault. Surely I'll find a removal spell. This isn't looking good, is it? Oh my god, did they really have another one? Really? You got me. You got me, opponent. You know what? Good. You know what? That's you certainly you got me on that one. You got me on that one. Well, an unceremonious end to a deck that I think was like pretty decent, but nothing spectacular. Certainly not. This deck did about as well as I kind of expected. 4 wins. Not gonna like super complain. Never gonna complain, right, about that. But not great. Not especially great either. The Incinerator basically won me all of the games that I won, so we take those. And that's all for this time. See ya.